there's not much to find if you're going to be critical. I know Michigan had the 75-yard touchdown to start the second half, and that kind of took the air out of the building for a minute after such a dominant first half performance. But I think on all three levels right now, the coaching staff is beyond thrilled with what they have. And I think a year ago they were really good, but the offense and their failures to even pick up first downs and put the defense back on the field so often ultimately just resulted in that defense getting worn down and maybe not having the teeth that they had early in the season, or that they would have had if they had a competent offense. This year, a lot of those guys are a year older. I think they're better. They have more depth, I think, in all three levels of the defense than they had a year ago. And now you're starting to get some young guys like Owen Heineke, who was a monster all night Saturday night at linebacker, making plays behind Kip Lewis and Kobe McKenzie, who are your starters. The freshman corner, Cortland Guillory, has been a really nice surprise. And he was one of the names that I think Brent Venables mentioned in every media availability he had leading up to the season. He started since day one, 2 times out. He's done nothing but excel. Seems to be physical in the run game, looks good in coverage. There are players on this team that would be starting in a lot of other places right now that are just trying to find ways to get on the football field. Another name I would just throw out, Kendall Daniels, the transfer from Oklahoma State.
Yep.
Played 3 years there. He's a physical freak. Like, he's one of those first off the bus type of guys. At Oklahoma State, he had flashes of brilliance where you think this guy should be playing at the next level eventually. And I think last year he kind of got a bad name. The OSU defense was probably the worst in the country. And I think people called him lazy and just had a lot of comments about the way that he played. And, you know, some of that I think is just maybe fatigue with how bad that defense was. But he is no question rejuvenated and excited to be a part of this OU team. The way that they can use him at linebacker and then in coverage, playing safety is, I think, a big-time weapon. But the bread and butter of this team is the defensive line, both inside and on the edge. They are 8, 9, 10 deep potentially with guys that you feel like can play against anybody. And I think that's going to be the biggest difference with the Oklahoma defense overall.